Blind hope. Those are the two words that just came out in my love word scramble as I was getting ready for this reading. For those of you who aren't familiar with my readings, the love word scramble is a tool I use to channel specific words, and I feel like those words, blind hope, may connect with how someone out there listening to this reading, someone who is drawn to this video, is feeling right now as though they are being called to have, being guided to have this kind of blind hope that is very painful or very intense or confusing for them at times, because they are stepping forward into the darkness, stepping forward into the unknown, and that kind of level of trust can be terrifying. So if that sounds like it could possibly be you, then there may be a message in this twin flame reading today for you specifically. If you would like me to channel for you and your situation, be sure to like this video and also make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, because by liking and subscribing, you are virtually signaling to me that you are energetically present, and I can more easily pick up on your energy and channel more specifically for you. I actually started doing this reading today because I was meditating and I began to feel this very intense sensation that I can only describe as a feeling of being stuck in limbo. The feeling specifically, and the message I got from the person who was feeling this way, is I can't stay, but I can't go. And I'm getting this kind of trapped sensation from this person because I feel that, and I just had a card fall out here. I feel that this person has tried to go in the past, tried to disconnect from their twin in the past, and has found themselves coming up over and over against some kind of wall. So I want to know first why the person I'm connecting with here finds it so difficult to leave or disconnect. What's really happening here? By the way, I will be channeling many different hyper-specific as well as collective messages. So be sure, as always, to only take what resonates with you. Sorry, I was pausing there to get another card that flew onto the floor. The cards are really flying today. So the two cards to come out first are Caring Connections reversed and Friendship reversed. This is really interesting. With Friendship reversed, I almost feel like this represents kind of like a version of the friend zone, although that might not specifically apply to you. I feel like someone's relationship status in the physical with their person, with their twin flame, feels really in flux. It's kind of like a what are we kind of feeling that I'm getting from this person. So what else is going on in this situation? Why is someone feeling as though their connection is in flux, or they aren't able to label this connection? Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So whatever the situation is, this could be connecting back with that blind hope message earlier. I feel like someone here is being guided daily, day after day, into these really deep levels of trust and courage when it comes to this connection. And I just heard, I'm tired. I'm tired of having so much courage. I'm tired of trusting in the dark. I hear this person also saying, why is this happening to me? I do just want to feel more into this person's energy. I'm literally tearing up. This is very emotional for whoever I'm connecting with here. The words snow, other, and especially came out from the love word scramble. With the word snow, I'm hearing something about the winter could be important to some of you. Otherwise, with the word other, I'm also hearing third party, like someone else, another person. So that could somehow be at play for you here in your situation. The financial constraints card came out, but specifically what stood out to me was the word constraints. binds, feeling bound, feeling tied, feeling somehow constrained. I feel like the person I'm connecting with here feels very trapped in their own head. But what I mean by that is, again, they're trapped in this state of limbo. This part of me wants to leave, part of me wants to disconnect. But this other part of me cannot disconnect from you, my twin flame. I can't leave you. And I feel like the thought of leaving causes this person a lot of sadness, but the thought of staying causes them a lot of fear, so they feel stuck in between. Door to spirits in the upright position. I see this as an overarching card guiding us to really tune into what our higher selves are saying here, what our intuition is bringing to this situation. So with that being said, I am going to reshuffle the cards and see if we can get some intuitive guidance about what could be really going on here. Feel free to take a deep grounding breath if you feel guided to do so. I'm feeling a lot of very electrifying kinds of energies coming through, something very intense. It almost feels like an electric shock. It's just kind of coursing through me. Almost feels a little bit like a sense of panic, if that connects with someone, like a little bit of an engagement of the fight or flight response. What is this person's intuition trying to tell them here? Cornucopia reversed and garden and the gate reversed. What's going on here, I feel this person's intuition saying, is when this thing didn't happen, whatever this was for you, something within this connection went awry or didn't go according to how this person planned or wanted. That's what I see with cornucopia reversed. Wishes delayed, wishes unfulfilled. I hear this person saying, you were my every wish. My future with you was all I really wanted. And for some reason, things went wrong. Things got turned crosswise. And when that happened, garden and the gate reversed, I locked up my heart. I felt all of my defenses coming back up. You were the only one who I ever let into that metaphorical garden within me, that inner space within me. But I feel like I let in a spy. I let in someone who betrayed me. And that has been the most painful experience of my life, because I was already someone who was very guarded, I feel this person saying. Why was this person so guarded? I hear this person saying, why did you take down all my defenses only to do this to me, only to hurt me or betray me, however this person feels? Why has this person always had their defenses up? Deceit in the reverse position. Deceit turned inward, lying to the self. Or hiding the self. That might more so be the message. I've always hidden myself, I hear this person saying. The word doll came out in the word scramble, and I specifically heard this person feeling as though they had to present some kind of an image, project something out to the world. This could have started in a family dynamic, growing up in school, when it came to their teachers, their classmates, their peers. Whatever the case, whatever caused this person to begin hiding themselves, the reason they did this was for self-protection. I hear this person saying, no one really saw me until you, twin flame, my beautiful twin flame. So how am I supposed to feel that this difficult situation happened between us? Because I feel this person feeling as though their twin flame was the only one who ever fully saw them. And yet I hear them saying almost like, but you didn't like what you saw. And of course, this isn't true from an energetic, higher self perspective. Twin flames are always intensely supportive of one another, attracted to one another on an energetic level. But I feel like for some reason, this person I'm connecting with, their ego was triggered into feeling as though their twin flame didn't like what they saw beneath the surface when they fully saw them, or at least, again, that is how their ego is perceiving it because of whatever transpired with this person. The word storm warning reversed and door to romance in the reverse position. With storm warning reversed, I hear this person saying, like there was something about clouds rolling in, signs, like I should have seen the signs. This person feels very jaded to me. They're saying like I should have seen the signs of what would happen between us. Why did I ever believe the door to romance could open for me, could open for us? I feel this person almost taking this situation that happened with their twin flame and turning it inward, feeling this sense of, where did I go so wrong? What did I do so wrong to create this situation between us? I also hear this person saying, how could I ever possibly open my heart again when I've been hurt this way by the person I let into the deepest places within my heart? The word sing in poetry came out, so someone might be a songwriter here. They may have written songs about this situation or poems. They could just be a writer in general. But I feel this person feeling a lot of angst coming through their creative work or their writing to kind of express what they're feeling about this situation. But at times, this person may also feel as though they're kind of going in circles. The more they think about what happened, this whatever problem situation manifested in the physical with their twin, the more they find themselves spiraling out and feeling more confused. And the card Peace came out in the reverse position. I am a being of love. I release all negative energy. So I feel this person at times feels as though they really lose connection with their inner peace. They feel very much in turmoil. And I feel when they get in this state of feeling destabilized, feeling this inner turmoil, it goes in two directions. On the one hand, they find themselves turning inward, feeling a deep sense of pain, of anxiety, of fear, of telling themselves, this is why we closed our heart off in the first place. This is why we didn't let anyone see us before. And there's this pull to return to closing off, to not opening themselves up, to not opening their heart up. But then on the other side of that, of course, there is also this projection outward toward their twin, this feeling of blame, this feeling of anger, resentment. Why did you have to do this? Why did you have to, whatever had happened, hurt me in this way, betray me in this way? And those two sides of the same coin, that feeling of inward, triggering of anxiety, fear, closing down of the self, and that projected resentment and anger are actually the same energy, just working in two directions. This is really guiding me to create a video on twin flame forgiveness that I was thinking of doing today. I wasn't sure if I was going to create that video today, but I am channeling so much information about this concept of resentment, feeling like we are storing these fears and anxieties and then projecting it outward as blame, anger, holding ourselves in this cycle of pain and holding the other in this cycle of guilt and shame. And I was going to do a video on forgiveness being defined as releasing, being defined as a letting go, a freeing of the self and the other, energetically speaking. Forgiveness is also closely tied to surrender. We talk about twin flame surrender a lot within the twin flame community. I feel that regardless of who you are, if this is connecting with you, there is really a need to reconnect with your sense of inner peace in the present, inner stability in the present moment, or through the present moment, through presence with yourself, with your body, with your thoughts, with your consciousness, in spite of this storm that may feel like it is energetically raging around you. Create an inner core of strength, of stability, regardless of what feels as though it is happening around you in the 3D or even emotionally within yourself. One really great way to do this, to cultivate this strong inner core, is through daily meditation. I recommend meditating first thing in the morning because this is when your subconscious mind is most relaxed, your energy field is the most clear and wide open. This is really the ideal time to create, to cultivate that inner core within the self. Now, I've also created a subliminal meditation that I feel you will find really beneficial, especially if you are finding yourself today or lately in this state of chaos consciousness, what I call chaos consciousness, feeling a bit pulled under by these energetic waves as we all get from time to time. And especially now with the full moon in Aries, you are not alone in feeling this way. But this subliminal I've created for Twin Flame Surrender, I really created to help you shift from that chaotic, very ego-triggered sort of mindset, that kind of surface level chaos going on in the mind, to really help you peel that back and return home to yourself, to your core of inner peace, inner stability, and assist you in creating what I call an energetic union in the fifth dimension, in the energy realm, with your twin flame through the reestablishment of that inner peace and inner stability, shifting into what we call total surrender state. So this subliminal works by reprogramming any negative subconscious thoughts or beliefs that are actually holding you apart from that inner peace, from that total surrender state, and keeping you stuck in that chaotic consciousness, in that very ego-triggered headspace. Subliminals work by bypassing the conscious filter of the mind so they can actually implant these affirmations really deeply on the subconscious layers of the mind. So this subliminal comes from my website, soundandsoulful.com. This is a website I've created, as you can see on the screen, with more than 100 subliminals for really every area of life. I have subliminals for energy clearing exercises, for specific physical changes, for mood shifts, for manifesting very specific things into your life, and of course for twin flames specifically. I do have an entire section of subliminals for twin flames for those of us who are on this journey to help us fully rebalance and harmonize our energy through the portal of the subconscious mind. So the link to this twin flame surrender subliminal is in the pinned comment under this video. If you click that link, you'll be taken to a page where you can actually explore more in depth about exactly how this subliminal is designed to reprogram your energy and your mind and assist you in reaching total surrender state with your twin flame connection. So I do just want to read a little bit more deeply into what is really going on here, because we've talked a lot about the surface layers so far in this reading. But that's all, again, what we call chaos consciousness, the raging kinds of emotional reactions. It's highly impulsive, highly reactive, very ego-driven. And I do feel collectively, there may be many of us who have felt these feelings of intensity, of anxiety coming up, especially today in the last few days with this full moon in Aries. So I do just want to see what is really being shifted here. What is going on? Why is this person experiencing these feelings of triggering? Because I do feel that this person vacillates or has moments of feeling very deep peace and trust. But I also feel that at times they find themselves really swept under those energetic or emotional waves, metaphorically speaking. And I want to know why that could be happening at this time for this person. This is really ironic. So the first card I pulled for this reading was Caring Connections in the reverse. And I said it felt like this person was feeling as though their twin flame didn't care, or there was confusion when it came to the labeling of this connection, or what we would call maybe a relationship, speaking in physical 3D terms. However, it's ironic because now this card is coming up in the upright position. I heard, "You are more clear than you think." And I know that sounds vague, but I feel that that is saying you are more stable than you think. You have healed more than you realize. You have shifted more powerfully than you are acknowledging in this moment. Because in this moment, you may find yourself feeling a bit triggered again. I'm feeling that engaged fight or flight response. For some, this may feel like a heart racing, like feelings of almost being sick to the stomach, which is really just a solar plexus sensation. And I feel like in those moments of triggering, this person loses touch with just how far they've come. I'm hearing the divine say here, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget how much progress you've made. I'm so proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. This is a very intense, energetic time on the planet. You are such a powerful energy healer, energy shifter, not just for yourself, but for others as well. You are a teacher in whatever way you express that teaching, whether it's through your art, through your conversation with others, through your example of your life. You are a leader, and that naturally comes with an amount of pressure you're putting on yourself, because the path you are creating for yourself in this lifetime and through this twin flame connection is very new. New, not just to you, not just to your family's line, but new to the collective as well. You are creating a new pattern, which is part of why at times you find yourself so confused, because you are walking a path through the forest that has never been walked before, which requires cutting down some trees. It requires a lot of exertion of effort at times to cut that path through the forest, metaphorically speaking. Rest and rejuvenation came out in the upright position. There's something about the number 19 stood out on this card, so there could have been something specific that you felt or that shifted or that happened on October 19th for you, but that will probably only apply to a few people. Mostly from this card, what I'm feeling is give yourself time and space to rest. Don't attempt to rush the healing. Don't attempt to rush the transformation. The caterpillar doesn't rush its metamorphosis into a butterfly. When it's in the darkness, it doesn't think, have I been here too long? Should I be somewhere else? I should already be a butterfly. It relaxes, it trusts, it knows the transformation is happening. Even if it looks like darkness in the moment, even if other people can't see that transformation having happened yet. What else does this person need to know at this time? I'm also feeling a bit of neck and upper back tension, if that connects with you. So you might find it really useful to participate in some kind of physical reconnection routine, meaning yoga, stretching, something that gets you back in touch with your body, going for a walk. Because I'm feeling like this feeling of holding on so tight, energetically, emotionally speaking, could actually be manifesting in your physical body as muscular tension, as physical tension, as even sleeplessness, as kind of an unconscious result of this built up energy of this physical tension in your body. So I am hearing that releasing that, kind of shaking that loose in some way. So something like stretching, even journaling to energetically shake those thoughts loose from your mind that could be making you feel kind of stuck in your energy, stuck in your body. What else does this person need to know at this time? Your commitment is being tested from the Moonology deck, first quarter moon. This is fascinating because this card actually came out in the last reading as well. I can't remember if it was in the regular, the first reading, or the extended reading. But this is why, if you are connecting with this reading, if you are feeling this way, this is why these feelings are surfacing. Your commitment is being tested. And when I say commitment, I'm not speaking about some kind of physical 3D commitment to your twin flame as a person. I'm speaking about your commitment to your path. I'm talking about your commitment to your expansion, to your own spiritual growth in the face of your fears, in the face of these old patterns that are now coming to the surface, in the face of this need to self-protect that feels so primal. It engages your bodily fight or flight response. It causes you to feel anxiety. Your commitment to your expansion and spiritual growth over all of that is being tested with fire right now. It's interesting, the word fire kind of came out there because Aries is a fire sign, and this is a very intense, fiery, energetic period, astrologically speaking, as well. So that's very synchronistic. I want to know specifically how this person's commitment is being tested. I heard the word focus. So someone might find themselves feeling a bit unfocused or distracted. I also heard ADD or ADHD, so that might connect with you or your person in some way. How is this person's focus coming into play here? The words flow and ahead came out in the word scramble. Flow ahead. Keep allowing yourself to be moved forward. And this isn't something you have to force. This is something that is continuing to happen naturally. You are energetically, in divine timing, perfectly being moved forward along this path. There isn't anything you have to force. There isn't anything here for you to control or try to manipulate, not manipulate in a negative connotation, but in the sense that you are trying to control the circumstances and outcomes through action. There is no need to do that here. I do feel some of you might be feeling that push from the Aries energies. Aries is a very motivational, forward-pushing kind of energy, but I feel like you're really being reminded here that there's nothing you have to push or force when it comes to your twin flame connection or your spiritual path. It is safe to simply stabilize yourself within, find your inner core of peace, of stability, and to move from that space, as the word scramble said, to flow with that energy, to flow ahead from that space. But also, on the other side of that, it is very essential for you to establish that inner core, to return to that space of peace, tranquility, inner knowing first before attempting to move, to take some kind of radical action forward, whatever that is, whether it involves communicating with your person, whether it's not related to them at all, but actually related to work, to life purpose, to even just day-to-day living. And as I was saying that, the Thinking Woman reversed came out, which you guys know I usually take this card to connect with a divine feminine who is either feeling triggered at times in the present in her ego or in the process of releasing these remnants of ego-based thinking from her mind, from her energy. How is this divine feminine releasing her ego? Fifth chakra in the upright position, speaking her truth, speaking your truth, sharing your voice, finding your inner voice and trusting your inner voice. So this isn't just about how you are projecting yourself, how you are expressing yourself, although that is part of the equation here. This comes in two parts. One way this divine feminine is releasing her ego is through that self-expression, that more authentic self-expression and sharing of herself with others. Choosing to speak her truth even if her voice shakes, even if she feels like she's walking in the dark, if she feels unsure. But the second part of that is inward. It's not what she is saying aloud, but her throat chakra, the fifth chakra, is opening through learning to trust her voice within. It's about listening to the inner voice, not just about what she is speaking, what she is expressing outward. So how is this divine feminine learning to express her inner voice? Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I feel a divine feminine saying, I feel like something was a failure. I even hear someone, and this won't be for everyone, but someone feeling at times like I am a failure in some sense, or we are a failure if it connects with your person. There's been some kind of like a fall from grace kind of energy here, like something that transpired that caused something that this divine feminine put a lot of heart and soul into to feel like, from a physical 3D perspective, a failure or mistake. But of course, as this card says, seeing this thing or situation as a failure is really something, a judgment coming from her ego mind. Because as this card says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And also, as I was speaking on that, the root chakra reversed came out here. So it also comes down to this experience of perceived failure, what the ego is seeing as a loss, a mistake, or a failure, either personally in this divine feminine's life or in regards to her twin flame connection. What Spirit is saying here is, it wasn't a failure. It wasn't a mistake. It was a realignment. Others won't understand that, and at times, you won't even understand that yourself. You have to make peace with that. You have to make peace with the blind hope, with the movement forward in the dark. With first chakra reversed, the root chakra reversed, this speaks to foundations. This speaks to the fact that whatever you wanted, that you put so much heart and soul into, you weren't mistaken in opening your heart. You weren't mistaken in putting yourself out there. The problem was with the foundation. What you were moving toward was not aligned at its core, at its root. And that is why it had to come crashing down. And I know that your ego didn't like that other people around you judged that experience when it happened. What they don't see is the invisible process happening beneath the surface, the powerful process of energetic realignment, of foundation building, energetically speaking, that is happening within you, and if it applies, happening within your twin flame connection as well. However, this experience of perceived failure, of realignment, of deconstruction for the purpose of reconstruction, is calling you to open and balance your fifth chakra, your throat chakra, in a more radical way than ever before. Because you are being called to listen to your inner voice. Now, for a divine feminine listening, I'm sensing this is something that she has struggled with for a long time, because there could have been someone in your past that caused you to doubt your inner voice, or either intentionally or unintentionally led you to believe you couldn't trust your inner guidance. You are unlearning that falsity because it was never truth. It was only truth for you because it solidified into a belief, an unconscious belief that played out over and over, a denial of the self, a self-protection coming from a space of fear of true self-expression. This is what you are healing through experiencing a situation either personally or with your twin flame that looks so challenging, so difficult, so insurmountable, that the only way to move forward is to move forward in complete blind hope, blind faith, to trust the energetic realignment you are feeling beneath the surface with yet no manifested evidence of it physically. And perhaps even in the face of judgments from other people, from society, or even from your own ego self, who is still denying your own inner voice. Because again, there's this disconnection here for this divine feminine, this disconnection between her true inner voice and her ego's judgments. And that disconnection happened, that chasm between the judging conscious mind and the soul self, the inner voice. That chasm was created when someone first taught her to doubt herself, to judge and label what her soul knew to be true rather than moving on it. What else does this Divine Feminine need to know at this time? Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So someone here may have Taurus energy in their chart, but the message I'm getting from this card is, with the words practical plan, I don't hear action orientation with that. What I hear is your dreams need a strong foundation, need a practical, aligned foundation. This is all about getting back to your roots, getting back to the core, creating that sense of, again, inner stability, inner strength, deep level healing that will then sustain what you are moving toward, whether this is in life or within your twin flame connection. And of course, the card Supermoon, emotions are running high, also came out. So know that if you are experiencing a lot of emotional intensity, you aren't alone in this. This is perfectly normal and natural, and probably something collective you are picking up on, even something astrological. There are many different astrological coinciding events and energies happening right now for the collective. So especially for those of you who are empathic, you are going to be feeling this a lot. If these emotions are becoming a bit overwhelming to you, I really would recommend that you check out one of my 7 chakra energy clearing subliminals I've created. I almost said ritual, because what I was really thinking is to create some kind of a ritual around meditating with one of these energy chakra clearing subliminals to really do a full comprehensive energy clearing of your energy body. I really think of these 7 chakra clearings as kind of like taking an energetic bath, clearing out all of the crevices of negative energy that could still be within you, and really helping you to stabilize your energy for the day and to have a more aligned experience within your day from that more clear, stable, energetic space. That's why I personally listen to my own 7 chakra clearing I've created every single day, because I do find it just really helps me to clear, balance, and feel really aligned going about my day. So I will be leaving links to both energy clearings, subliminals, chakra clearings I would recommend you to explore. One is specifically for twin flames. It's a 7 chakra twin flame clearing. The other is a general energy clearing. So you can explore either of those and choose whichever one resonates most with you personally. So I want to know what emotions are running high for this person. What emotions are running high right now? Doubts. Wow, this is a very powerful message on this card for someone. I release the need to know all the answers. How perfectly synchronistic with everything else we've been talking about in this reading. Why is this person experiencing doubts right now at this time? Big happy changes. So what I see from this card is really the words big changes. And this person's soul, their spirit, is perceiving this as a happy change because it is actually a powerful energetic shift forward in some way. And yet this person's ego self is seeing this situation almost exactly the opposite, because the circumstances on the surface may look very painful or difficult. But it's like this card indicates this person's higher self saying these big changes and shifts you are experiencing that at times feel painful, intense, and confusing aren't backsliding. They're actually progress. It's a sign of how much you've grown, how far you've already come, how much you've already shifted. I just keep hearing, I'm so proud of you. I'm not sure if this is coming from this person's higher self or perhaps some kind of spirit guide or passed on relative around them or something like that. But this person is very divinely supported and guided. Also, the card in the near future came out. I heard sooner than you think. I feel at times this person feels as though they're in this kind of pit of despair, or they're spiraling out and they're really unsure of the future, of the timing of things, really struggling with feelings of doubt. And again, this could apply specifically in your twin flame connection or just generally in your life. But I hear these cards saying these shifts that you are feeling and processing at times as the experience of negative emotions are actually indications of powerful energy realignment happening within you and your twin flame connection, if that resonates with you specifically. With storm warning reverse, I also heard this kind of message of what you fear won't come to pass. What you are anxious about, you can release. You can release your fears and futuristic anxieties. There's something very specific about these fears being based in predictive thinking about the future, kind of thinking into the future and worrying about something happening or not happening. This kind of future forecasting that is causing this person at times to spiral out. And I feel like they're being told you can release those fears. So I'm going to go ahead and reshuffle the cards here. We ended up speaking quite a bit to the Divine Feminine here, so I am going to get a few messages from the Divine Masculine, and then after that we will be heading over together to the extended version of this reading. So if you would like to join me over in the extended, the link to that extended reading is in the pinned comment and description. You can sign up on our community Patreon page, where we are building a soul tribe of twin flames in a more private, smaller, more intimate community. So I am reshuffling all of the cards here. Really intense reading. I just had to take a deep breath there. So let's talk now to the Divine Masculine. The words fear and sent came out here. I specifically heard fear sent me away or pushed me away. It's like my own fears caused me to be sent away or pushed away. And in this time of being a bit withdrawn or pushed away, Angel of Balance came out here. I am coming into balance within myself. Beautiful Divine Feminine. Trust that coming into balance process happening within me and within our connection. What else does this Divine Masculine want to say? Man holding a heart in the reverse position. I hear Divine Masculine saying from a physical 3D perspective, I feel like I'm losing you, or I feel like I've lost you, and that terrifies me. I didn't realize just how much I had let you into my heart until I had this fear of losing you. I wish I had realized sooner, but it took this experience of feeling apart from you in the physical to realize just how energetically soul connected we truly are with one another. How much I need you. I need you like I need air, like I need food and water. And yet I know that sense of needing is still coming from my physical human mind because I'm perceiving absence, when really my soul knows I need you, but that is because you are part of me. I need you like I need my own beating heart, like I need my lungs or my own breath moving in and out of me. I need you, the ego says, but the soul says, you are already within me. You have always been within me, and you cannot be apart from me. What else does this Divine Masculine want to say? What does this Divine Masculine want to say to the Divine Feminine? Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So someone might have Aquarius in their chart, but really I feel this card just saying, Beautiful Divine Feminine, I am attracted to you for who you are beneath all of the layers, for who you are at the core. I feel this Divine Masculine responding to something we said or channeled from the Divine Feminine earlier, when a Divine Feminine said, I feel like I let you in, I let you see me, and I feel like you didn't like what you saw. And I feel this masculine saying the exact opposite. They say, I love you more with every layer you peel back of your soul, of your heart, because with every layer peeled back, I am seeing more into your most authentic self. And the more I see you, the more I am looking into a mirror of my own authentic self. And there I am home, because we share that core soul frequency beneath all of the noise. It's only the noise that causes us to perceive separation, to believe we are apart or that we are hopeless in some way. Aquarius is very much about extremes. It's a very all or nothing kind of energy. And I feel this masculine saying, you are my ride or die. You are that all or nothing for my soul. I want to go all in on you, on us. But that movement forward requires each of us to be fiercely, bravely authentic, meaning to, again, going back to that throat chakra opening, the trust of the inner voice, we must each fully trust our own inner voice and guidance in spite of all of these fears and triggers. Communication is key. Of course, I'm laughing because we were just talking about the throat chakra, and then new moon in Gemini came out here. Communication is key. But what I really heard is communication with the self, building a healthy relationship with the inner self, listening to one's own inner voice. And with this word communication, I see authentic self-expression, not just communication in words, but actually an authentic communication of the self is key in this situation. With this full moon and new moon card, I also see some kind of full circle energy, things coming to a full circle, to a completion, to a fruition, closing out a cycle. With all of these throat chakra cards coming out here, if you are someone who has been feeling a bit of throat tightness lately, I've felt this myself, so you really aren't alone in this. This can be a sign of something shifting in the throat chakra, the fifth chakra, when it comes to communication. Now, this can be something turned inwards, so related to something you may need to speak or express even non-verbally, a way you need to listen more closely to your own inner voice that you are then feeling as this kind of pressure in the throat chakra. But this can also be a need to express yourself more clearly, more authentically, more intentionally with others in your life. Alternatively, this could just be a sign that in general, communication is shifting in a powerful way within your life or within your connection. So to help you out along this process of throat chakra opening and balancing, I will leave you a link to my throat chakra activation subliminal. I do have subliminals for all of the different chakra centers. I just finished the final one, the seventh chakra, the crown chakra subliminal, yesterday. So these are really powerful tools to incorporate whenever you find yourself coming up with certain kinds of blocks or feelings of tension in certain chakra centers, which can often connect with some kind of energy dynamic that we can energetically assist with through this reprogramming of the subconscious mind with subliminal activations like the one I've created for throat chakra activation. So the link to that will be in the pinned comment and description box. So I'm going to close out this reading before we go over to the extended with a Rumi Oracle card. So, what is one final message for twin flames who are listening to this reading at this time? What is one final message twin flames need to know? Blood Angel. This is also the number 7 card, so the number 7 might be significant to you in some way. Let's read a little from the guidebook about this card because these guidebook messages are all so beautiful. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away. It captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. Do you dare place a limit on how much life you can contain? I pour of myself into your heart and invite you to become nothing and everything with me. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day and the sunset that honors the dying of the day in radiant glory. Let us be the angel of light arising from the darkness and the starburst in the awakening heart of a human beloved. Be the moon at the back of my heart and the sun at the front of my face. Be wordless and wise. Let us have nothing that we know for certain and be content. Let us be all and let us be nothing. Let us be. I really hope you received something valuable from this reading. We will now be going over to the extended reading to discuss more higher self love messages from both the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine to one another, both on a 3D level, just diving more into those 3D physical dynamics, as well as, of course, a higher self level, what is really going on that energetic level between you and your twin flame at this time. So if you would like to join me in the extended, the link to that is in the pinned comment and description box. Also in those same places, I've left links to all of the subliminals I recommended to you during the course of this reading. During this reading, these were the Twin Flame Surrender Subliminal, the 7 Chakra Clearing, the Twin Flame 7 Chakra Clearing, and the Throat Chakra Activation Subliminal. So you can click any of those links and just explore a little bit more about how I've created each subliminal to assist you in powerfully shifting your energy in specific different ways. So I really hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, magical rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next Twin Flame reading video.